Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, sir, for your service and for being here. As you know, those in public life who work and deal with other countries, ambassadors, secretaries of state, many in the intelligence field, they're vetted. They go for approval before the Senate. They have to get clearance. And you understand the policy reasons for that, correct?
Yes, Congressman.
Do you have any issues with civilians without approval, without vetting, without clearance, taking on those roles?
Yes, I do, Congressman.
And why would you have those concerns?
Well, in order to be able to handle sensitive information, whether it be diplomatic or certainly intelligence information, one must be vetted. This is the important part of protecting national security. In order to, we just can't bring people in and automatically wave a magic wand or put holy water on them to give them a security clearance. It is a matter of vetting. For me to come back into government, the FBI went back for 15 years in my background, examined all of my financial records to make sure that I was, in fact, worthy of having an intelligence clearance. And we do the same thing with the intelligence community. Everybody who is subject or everybody who is privileged to have access to intelligence information is a sacred trust. The American people expect us to keep them safe, as I said earlier. In order to do that, we need to ensure that any person who has access to this sensitive information of the United States has been thoroughly vetted to ensure that they are able to handle that information.
It's not just the intel issues, it's the issues of national policy, that people have an official role that they carry out on behalf of the United States, and we know what their role is, correct?
Yes, Congressman, I would.
What is your understanding right now of what Mr. Giuliani's role is?
Mr. Congressman Quigley, I respectfully just referred to the White House to comment on the President's personal lawyer.
Okay. So far what I've declaimed is you see that he's his personal lawyer. We read in the complaint, we read in this modified transcript, he's mentioned 5 times. Your reaction to the fact that this civilian, without any of these vetting, has played this role?
No, sir. All I'm saying is that I know what the allegations are. I'm not saying that the allegations are true, and that's where the committee...
Well, I don't think there's any question the credibility of the complaint that's in the transcript. The President mentions and speaks highly of Mr. Giuliani, a highly respected man. He was the mayor of New York, a graver. I would like him to call you. I will ask him to call you along with the Attorney General. Your reaction to the civilian dealing with these. In the complaint, it talks about our national security. The Inspector General talks about this as the highest responsibility among those that the DNI has, and obviously Mr. Giuliani is playing this role. To your knowledge, does he have security clearance?
I don't know. Congressman Quigley, I'm neither aware or unaware whether or not Mr. Giuliani has a security clearance.
Before this all happened, were you aware of his role or understanding what his role was, doing what you do?
Congressman Quigley, my only knowledge of what Mr. Giuliani does, I have to be honest with you, I get from TV and from the news media. I am not aware of what he does, in fact, for the President.
Are you aware of any communication by Mr. Giuliani and your office about how he should proceed with this role, given the classified nature, the national security implications that are in the complaint, that are in the transcript, in the role that he is playing?
Well, I have read the transcripts just as you have, so my knowledge of his activity in there is just limited to the conversation that the President had with the President of Ukraine.
So we respect your role, and while we have differences of opinion, we continue to respect your integrity and your honor. But we have this vast amount of experience you have, and we need to understand how it plays juxtaposition with the complaint. I'm reading, an OMB official informed departments and agencies that the President earlier that month had issued instructions to suspend all U.S. security assistance to Ukraine. Your reaction to that?
Congressman Quigley, I think that anything that has to do with the president's lawyer in these matters should be referred to the White House and the president for that.
Well, no, I'm just reading the complaint.
I lead and I support the intelligence community and the 17 different departments and agencies underneath my leadership. I do not lead the president, and I have no authority or responsibility over the White House.
But you are aware, with all your experience, of the fact that we have this relationship with Ukraine, that they are dependent upon us, and this complaint doesn't concern you. You can't say that publicly, that it concerns you?
There's a lot of things that concern me. I'm the Director of National Intelligence. And this one here, though, I just have to defer back to the conversation that the President had is his conversation. How the President of the United States wants to conduct diplomacy is his business, and is not whether or not I approve it or disapprove of it. That is the President's business on how he wants to conduct that, sir.
The issue